Hello and welcome back to Alice Talks Football, and today's video we're going to be discussing Rafael Varane and exactly how does he fit into Manchester United, but more importantly, how does he improve the defence, how does he improve the team, how will we line up with him, and a lot more. As you know, Varane to Manchester United is 100% done, and the announcement for Varane will be within their next week. And we know that Varane has probably come in to partner Maguire and replace Lindelof. So please hit that like button, subscribe down below, share this video, and I'm now going to talk about how does Varane transform that Manchester United defence and fit in at the club. Okay, so here is the Manchester United lineup. This is our strongest lineup, and I've put Varane in for Lindelof because he's there to replace Lindelof, which is probably the weak link in the team. Now that is probably our strongest lineup. You could argue Fred for McTominay, but we're not here to argue that. Now that is how we'll line up next season, but you know, he does more than just change the lineup. How is he going to improve that defence? Well, let's talk about Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka tucks in, especially when he plays with Lindelof, to protect Lindelof, meaning that we can see a lot of crosses at our left back post. A lot of crosses coming from Wan-Bissaka's side, and we can see goals at that left back post because Wan-Bissaka's tucking in and often out of position. You've also got to think that Harry Maguire looks a different player next to John Stones and a different player next to Eric Bailly, because being a centre-back is about the partnership, and because Lindelof and Maguire both have a lack of pace, they do not work well together in terms of being a centre-back partnership. The thing about Lindelof is he's a weakness in the air, and Maguire has a lot of aerial responsibility. Another weakness of Manchester United is set pieces. You know, we've obviously got a set piece coaching, but Varane is a very, very experienced leader. He's going to have leadership quality, organisation skills that maybe Lindelof didn't have, but he's got that physicality where Varane won't be getting bullied by centre-backs like Lindelof did. I mean, Lindelof versus West Brom, if you watched that game, to be fair, I think it was a foul. But there's so many ways that Varane actually helps Maguire, because being a centre-back is about the partnership. You had Rio, the quick one, that sort of was the sweeper, which Varane will be, and then you had the Vidic, just got his head on everything, got in the way of everything, the right one, which Maguire will be. And there's a lot wrong with the defensive coaching at Manchester United. You often see Lindelof going up the headers with Calvert-Lewin when playing Everton, and Maguire staying back as the sweeper. You get Varane and he's going to say, no, I've got this covered. You know, or he's going to say, Maguire, you do the aerial duty, I've got this area covered. He's got that experience, that leadership to command the back. He's obviously going to improve Harry Maguire, because Maguire is generally a different player when he plays with Bailly and when he plays with John Stones, because they have pace. So Maguire's going to improve. The reason Varane's pace is so important, and the reason it's important to have a pacey centre-back, is two reasons. One, because of the ball in behind. We often have to sit really, really deep. If not, we can see the ball in behind. They're through on goal. We can't catch them. Defence is done out, dead. One-on-one versus De Gea, normally a goal. We're very susceptible to the long ball, and to defend that we have to play a deep line, and we have to play often McTominay and Fred to protect Maguire and Lindelof, and almost be like a 5th and 6th centre-back, just sitting ahead of the two centre-backs, and you almost have like a 6-back formation just to protect them from that long ball behind. The thing about Maguire and Lindelof's lack of pace is not only that we have to play a low line and a bit more defensive style of football, but you also have to play McTominay and Fred, or McFred as you call them, to protect them. You know, when you see Maguire and Bailly, that ain't McFred. There's probably Fred and Pogba, or McTominay and Pogba, or Matic and Pogba, or Matic and Donny. But when you play Maguire with Lindelof, it's always McFred 9 times out of 10. You know, Maguire and Bailly, not McFred. Maguire and Axel, not McFred. Bailly and Axel, no, McFred. McFred is Lindelof and Maguire protection, because they're both slow and they act as basically another two centre-backs ahead of them to protect them. You get Varane, and not only can we play a high line, so we're going to have the ball higher at the pitch, and the midfield's going to have the ball higher at the pitch, and the attack's going to have the ball higher at the pitch, and we can play a more expansive style of football, but B, with McTominay and Fred, it's having two players do the same role. It's having two CDMs do the role that one good CDM can do, because we don't have an out-and-out CDM. Now, with Varane, you could actually play a 4-3-3. Ollie wants to play a 4-3-3 next season. I mentioned this on my live streams. But the reason Ollie can't play a 4-3-3 with Maguire and Lindelof at the back is because they need that protection, because they're slow. They need that protection. And Matic is no longer an out-and-out CDM. So we didn't see the 4-3-3 last season, but we saw the 4-3-3 when Ollie was interim manager with Matic, Hera, Pogba. It was fantastic. We saw the 3-3 post-lockdown. We saw the 4-3-3 post-lockdown with Matic, Pogba, Bruno. We were fantastic. We've played our best football in the 4-3-3, but we've had to go back to the 4-2-3-1, McTominay and Fred, and more defensive football to protect Maguire and Lindelof. So Varane coming in, he doesn't need that protection that Lindelof needs, you know, so we don't need to play McFred. If we get a CDM, we could even play a 4-3-3, which is that we've played our best football in a 4-3-3, because, you know, if not, you can even play Pogba and Fred, which is a lot more expansive than McTominay and Fred. You know, McTominay and Pogba's better than McFred, Pogba and Fred better than McFred. So Varane improves Wan-Bissaka, he doesn't need to tuck in. Varane improves Maguire, but then Varane also improves the midfield at Manchester United, because you don't need Fred. You can even afford to change formation to the 4-3-3. We'll play a high line because we've got pace at the back. We can play a high line. We're not susceptible to the ball in behind. Maguire will be a lot more confident. Maguire will be a lot better, and we can just play an all-round better brand of football. So that's how Varane fits in at Manchester United. That's how we improve the squad. He improves the squad in many ways, not just his experience. He's going to improve us on set pieces. He's going to add that much needed pace. He's an improvement on Lindelof, and he can possibly change the style we play. Thank you for watching today's video. Please do hit that like button, subscribe down below and share this video. Thanks for tuning in, comment your thoughts. See you next time. Bye.